we need to talk about Josh Allen because we've never strayed not good or that he's not one of the best quarterbacks. Yes, we've had our concerns about him. He had his 3-game slide, but he is back and he looks better than ever. How thrilled and comfortable are you in seeing what he's done?
I feel great. Look, we were saying before this 3-stretch run against our division, we were saying you got to run the table, take this division. This was the time. You were 0-2 in the division going into this 3-game stretch. You need Josh Allen to be your superstar. Don't have a lot else offensively outside of Josh Allen. You know, we have gotten some contributions from Singletary and Cook over the last month of the season. Didn't get that on Saturday night. So it was all Allen. He led the team in rushing. Obviously, 4 touchdown passes. He had maybe his best game of the season. He had an incredible game. He had over 300 yards passing. He had almost 80 yards rushing. It was as good as you could hope for out of a game, really. In the snow, you know, the snowball game, we'll call it the snowball game. And I look forward to the playoffs. Hopefully we can wrap up the number 1 seed in the next 3 weeks. You know, we're probably going to have to win out to get that number 1 seed, especially the huge game coming up against Cincinnati. And we're going to need Allen to continue the hot streak going into the playoffs.
How about that run game? Obviously, I'm super thrilled with how Josh has looked. Josh Allen is back. I already said that, but he is back, like really back. He did. He probably had the best game of the season. And it's not just the stats, it's the way he looked. It's the comfort when he was both in the pocket, when he's on the run, when the game's on the line. We were losing by 8. Let's not forget that. We were losing by 8. And Josh Allen didn't even flinch. When we went down by 8, the camera shifted right to Josh Allen on the bench. And all he did was put his helmet on and go to work. He didn't flinch. He didn't react. No negative attitude. Just let's go get it. Like you could feel his confidence both off the field and on the field. And it shows. He came up huge in the game, had a monster drive to win the game at the end, and just made some nice touch throws. The throw he made to Isaiah McKenzie on the final drive, to me, was one of the best throws he's made all year. And I think a lot of people might be shaking their head going, what do you mean that was one of the best throws of the year? It wasn't, a tight coverage throw. It wasn't a rocket down the middle like what he did with Diggs. It wasn't a 50-yard bomb. It wasn't a throw to James Cook while he's on the run in the end zone. It wasn't a throw to Gabe Davis while he's on the run. While he's running out of bounds, falling out of bounds. It wasn't anything like that. But it was terrible weather. It was game on the line. Lights are as bright as they're ever going to be. The snow is just coming down like a blizzard. He can barely see through his helmet. You can see him squinting. And he knew to take some edge off the ball. He knew to take some velocity off the ball to ensure that McKenzie could secure it. It was just something truly amazing. It finally showed me that Josh has taken that final step that we needed him to, which is lay off the speed on the throws when you need to, throw the hard balls when you need to, throw curve balls when you need to, throw sliders, throw change-ups. He's got everything in his bag of tricks now. And obviously he had that incredible run. I think it was a 44-yard run. Again, it was the timing of the run. It wasn't just the run itself. He knew when we needed the yards, when we were down and in doubt. And he saw the linebackers turn, and he didn't hesitate, and he took off. He didn't second guess himself. He didn't think, but everyone tells me I have to throw. Everyone tells me not to run the ball. He just played football, and he got the job done. And, as Torontonians, Kevin and I have seen a lot of failed organizations. We've seen a lot of failed superstars that didn't get the job done, that were great players, but when the game was on the line, they couldn't be trusted. And Josh is the furthest thing from that. He might have some wild plays. He might make some terrible decisions. But when the game's on the line, there was no one else that I would rather see hold the ball in the entire NFL.